Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Just want to share with you, we're studying the ninth blessing of the Amidah, and I want to share with you the origins of this blessing according to the Talmud. The Talmud says that the patriarch Isaac was living in the land of Israel. He was the son of Abraham, and all of a sudden there was a terrible famine in the land and a drought, and he didn't have the ability to grow, and his fields were not producing, and he was tempted to go down to the land of Egypt where there was bounty and plenty of food. But God appeared to him and said, "No, Isaac, you should stay where you are. Don't worry, stay where you are, because your mission requires that you stay right where you are in the land of Israel." So he stayed. And sure enough, miraculously, his field, in the middle of a drought, in the middle of a famine, produced 100 times more than it ever had produced before. And then, according to the Talmud, this was the origin of the blessing. At that time, the blessing was made, "Blessed are you, God, who is the provider of our livelihood." I think there's a very important lesson to be taken out of this, and that is that oftentimes in life we have a conflict between fulfilling our purpose in life, our essence, our meaning, what our potential is as human beings created in the image of God, what our spiritual potential is, conflict between that and making a living. So what do you do when you're faced with that conflict? So the first question that you have to ask yourself is, this decision that I'm about to make, I want to pursue something, whether it's professionally or personally, is it going to bring me closer to Hashem, to God? Is it going to help me to fulfill my purpose in this world and my divine mission? And if the answer to that question is yes, then you should run after that, whatever it is, and pursue it, and not worry about what it's going to be able to make you, how much money you're going to be able to make off of this endeavor. And the opposite is true also. If the answer to that question is no, this is not going to bring you closer to your purpose and your mission as a divinely created human being that has incredible spiritual potential, but it's going to move you further away from that potential and that greatness and the opportunity to become closer to Hashem, then you should not pursue it, no matter what, no matter how much money it could potentially bring you. That's the important thing to remember, because ultimately we're not here to make money. We're here to fulfill our purpose in this world, to be spiritual, to be connected to Hashem. Of course, we have to make a living. Of course, we have to provide for ourselves and our families, but that's not the purpose. That's not the goal. And we have to remember that Hashem is the source of everything. When Isaac made the decision not to go down to Egypt because he realized that that was going to bring him further away from his spiritual mission and his purpose in this world, and he stayed in the land of Israel, what happened? Right there on that barren, rocky, dry, arid field, Hashem produced a miracle before his eyes, and his field produced 100 times more than it ever had before. So we see clearly that we have to be thinking about who we are, what our purpose is, how do we fulfill that purpose. And making a living is secondary. It can't be the number one factor in everything we do. We should never sacrifice who we are and who we can be and what our mission and purpose is in this world on the altar of making a living. Have a great day, everybody.